I think we got off to a little bit of a slow start. The energy, the intensity, the attention to detail early on in the game was, not what we wanted it to be. But I think we played better and better and better as the game went on. We made some mental errors on defense early in the game and shifts and motions and some things that we had worked on, but it was just a recognition, deal. And offensively, I think we played better and better as the game went on. So really pleased with the way our players responded in the game. Obviously, congratulations to Smitty for, setting the record for touchdown passes. And I think one of the good things about today's game is we got to play a lot of players. They definitely need to get some experience. Those guys aren't that far away from playing. We did have some guys out today, but I think in the cases, especially on special teams where people had to step up, they did a really good job. So, I know you're going to ask me about Miller Forstall. He has a sprained ankle, a little bit of a, shoulder. We could have played him today. He could have played today. I just decided and told him that, hey, we're only going to play in an emergency if we need you. We need to get you healthy. And those other guys had taken most of the reps in practice all week, so I gave them an opportunity to play, and Jalil and some of them, made some pretty good plays. So all in all, it was a good team win. Really liked the way the defense played in the second half. So we'll just have to keep on building on this momentum and the rhythm that we have, and get some guys healthy and see if we can get going. Slade, twisted his ankle a little bit. I don't know what his status will be, but I don't think it's that bad, but we never know for sure.
Okay, Coach, we will get things started with Jeff Spiegel. Jeff, go ahead.
Nick, you've been in this business a long time, but when you see young guys like Bryce Young throw his first career TD pass, and then Waddell and Jace score their first touchdowns, how happy are you for those kids, considering, the work they put in on a daily level as well?
Well, I think it's always great when those kids get an opportunity to play. I think the experience is very beneficial to them. It's also very positive for them to get the self-gratification that they get when they throw a touchdown pass or score a touchdown. And I think the players on the team really kind of demonstrate the emotion that everybody has, when those young guys do something, because everybody's rooting for them. Everybody wants to see them do well. And, it's great for them to get the opportunity, and it makes me really happy to see them go out there and have production. And, everybody wants to score a touchdown, so I think that's great.
We'll go to Michael Casagrande.
Yeah, just wondering, what kind of adjustments did you guys make to Kentucky's offense after they put up those decent drives early on without scoring touchdowns? What did you guys have to do to change it?
Well, we were, a lot of the things that they hit runs on us, 10, 12-yard runs, we misfit the gaps. We made some mental errors on shifts or motions. We didn't adjust properly, so they would hit a run, we'd lose the edge, we wouldn't be in our gap. And I think as the game went on, the players got more used to the rhythm of the game, the shifts, the motions, making the adjustments. We were making the corrections on the sidelines. And it really is a lot of the stuff that we worked on. It was just a matter of being a little bit apprehensive to, just do what they knew was right, in the game. And when we fixed those things, we started to play much better and did a better job on third down. And we started to play better in the second quarter, but they converted a couple third downs and kept drives alive. So we did a better job all the way around in the second half.
Go to Brett Hudson.
Kentucky had the ball for pretty much the entire first half. How did y'all respond to that on both sides?
I can't really hear what you're saying.
He was talking about the possession time for Kentucky.
Better now?
Yeah, well, we knew that was the kind of game that they were going to play. I think I mentioned that, even in my press conferences, that they run the ball, shrink the game, try to minimize the number of possessions that we had on offense, and it was going to be really important that we control the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. And, we didn't do that in the beginning of the game. We couldn't run the ball. I mean, all the plays that we made early in the game were all pass plays, and we weren't very effective at stopping their runs, so they did keep the ball. But the last time I checked, you get nothing for time of possession. So if that means you score fast on offense, you don't have very much time of possession. If you don't score and you keep the ball for, 6 minutes and you don't score, Where do you get for that? Is there something you get for that? I don't know, but we don't want it to be that way. But, we make a lot of explosive plays on offense, so sometimes we score fast. Our time of possession hasn't been in our favor in very many games all year. So, but we score a lot of points.
We'll go to Aaron Suttles.
Nick, Landon Dickerson's a guy who plays a lot of effort, a certain attitude. There's an edge to his game. Is that contagious for an offense, and can that be the identity of this year's offense going forward?
I'm sorry, I didn't catch the beginning of your question.
Landon Dickerson, he plays with an edge and attitude to his game. Can that sort of
Landon's toughness, his leadership, his competitive attitude, his character as a competitor, I mean, he brings it every day. When he walks out the tunnel, he's going to bring it, and I think he affects, the other guys in a very positive way. And I've been very pleased with the way our offensive line has played all year long. Like I said, we struggled early in the game, to run the ball, but those guys, made adjustments, and we adapted and, got better as the game wore on.
We'll go to Charlie Potter.
Hey, Coach. You mentioned Jaleel Billings early on. Just what did you see from him, and how has he progressed this year?
I didn't hear.
You saw a lot of him early on.
Yeah, well, he got to take a lot of reps this week because Miller was out. Jaleel is a really good athlete. He's a really good receiver. The big thing is consistency and performance with him. Every day he's got to, go out there and do things, a certain way that we can trust him and depend on him. He had a really good week of practice, and he played really well in the game today, made a couple really nice catches, and a very athletic guy. And we need more guys like him that are playmaker types to be able to step up and play. And maybe this game today will give him some confidence. Character, doing the right thing, really gives you confidence. So maybe this will be able to, help him build on that consistency that he needs to, really contribute down the road.
We'll go to Mike Rodak.
Yeah, what was your impression of the way that that Mac played tonight, and just what happened on that interception on the throw to the end zone there?
Well, I think, I no disrespect to Mac, but we're getting a little greedy. The guy had Smitty cut off, and really it was probably not I call them hope throws. The guy's got him covered, so we're going to throw it up anyway and hope he catches it. But so the guy made a good play. I mean, the guy's a good player. They're number one is a good player, and he was trying to keep us cut off, which is how we thought they would play. And, the whole thing going into the game is you got to take what the defense gives. Take what the defense gives, Throw the check down if they got us cut off and covered in a deep part of the field. So, that's basically what happened. And, we don't want to be throwing those kind of balls.
We got time for two more. We'll start with Steven.
Coach, how did you see the guys like Christian Barmore, among others, play with more discipline as the game went on against the run?
Well, I don't think they were playing with lack of discipline in the beginning of the game. I think we made some mental errors in gap fits and, getting off blocks. And I think everybody was trying. I think they were working hard to do the right things. So we didn't have as many penalties, which I will agree with you on that. The discipline in that regard was much better. We didn't jump off sides on hard counts and things like that. And once we settled into the game, I thought we played, with really good focus, and everybody did their job well, and we played really good team defense. So, and that's everybody doing their job. That's where that comes from, and you got to have discipline to do that.
We'll finish up with James Ogletree.
Yeah, Coach, you mentioned Smitty a little bit in your opening statement, but just what did it mean to get a guy like him who's a permanent captain to come back for his senior season, and how does he kind of uphold the core values of your program?
Well, I don't think there's anybody that holds up the core values of the program and reinforces those core values to other players on the team any better than Smitty does. First of all, he sets a great example. He's got great work ethic, but, he's not afraid to take a guy one-on-one and talk to him about, what he can do to improve or why we do some of the things that we do and how it can benefit them in the future. And, Smitty came back because he wanted to have a great productive year. He wanted to get a little bit bigger and a little bit stronger and improve his draft status. And, I certainly think he's demonstrating that in a really, really positive way so far this year.
All right, Coach. Thank you very much.
Thank you, guys.
We'll have players shortly.